Live? I think we're live, right? Can you guys hear, see me, all that stuff? Happy hump day. So back on the new device, can't get it to fit on my tripod, and because it's only temporary, just a test, I haven't figured out a tripod situation yet. What up, Thurgood? Good morning. Oh, let me turn all chat on. Sup, everybody? Happy hump day. All right. Today, we have a very busy day in the grow tent. We're going to go through it in a minute. What up, Bulldog? Good morning. Yeah, Masetta, I saw your message. Going to get back to you after the live. But yeah, we'll get you some seeds. And Cat Dog, good morning. Mike, good morning. Cheers, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great morning. Shane, Neil, good to see you all. Hang on one second. Shit. All right, hang on one second. So I have a few things I've got to do to get myself set up. But first, we'll do the to-do list, we'll do the tent tour, and then we'll get to work. The work is building up, and I have to use my time wisely and use these lives as they were intended initially, you know, to do my work. What up, Joseph? Good morning. What's up, SW? Good morning. What up, everybody? Cheers. Coffee. Wednesday. So, quick update. What up, Galaxy? Good morning. This morning, I'm going to talk to you guys while I wipe down yesterday's to-do list. So, just to recap from yesterday, what up, Skyrunner? We started lettuce and parsley seeds, which, let me just make sure that's still moist. We started lettuce and parsley seeds. We made nutrients for the yellow grow tower, and I filled it right after I got off the live. Disinfected our new pruners. Pruned the bottom leaves. It was just 2 leaves off of our aroma tomato. We did a spectral reading and adjusted our lights. We set up the roller hooks, and we calibrated our pH and EC. What up, J-Man? Good morning, and thank you so much. Get some, appreciate it. So yeah, we completed everything except for the after dark to-do list. I've got some of my seeds here. Part of my to-do list today is to pull out all my seeds. We also got all our stickers from Bingus, so shout out to Bingus. I haven't even put them in the tent yet, so this is what we're gonna be growing. So I'm gonna put this on the pot that the platinum asset is going in, because some of the seeds we'll be doing are the platinum asset. So we'll talk about it on After Dark, because tomorrow we're popping our seeds, so I got to prepare today. This is my favorite sticker from the collection, so thank you, Bingus. Should be working on my car, but I'm fascinated with TFP Grow. TFP is just like Pringles. Once I start, I can't stop. Nice. You know what? I don't know who said that, because I don't like Pringles. I mean, I don't love Pringles, you know. But anyways, what's up, Nia? Happy hump day. So yeah, let's wipe down the board and let's recap what I got done this morning. So part of my to-do list was to create the grow along group in the Discord, which I've done. If you guys are interested in the Chinese 5-color pepper grow along, I will have more information this afternoon. I think so far we have about 10 to 12 people participating, if I'm not mistaken, so far. And some of you don't have seeds, so I will either get you some seeds mailed to you from, like, directly from Baker Creek if you're in the States, or I'll just send you like a $10 gift card or whatever. You can go order your seeds and just get them shipped to you. It's probably quicker that way. So for those of you, you know whom, we've already chatted, and I will let you know more information this afternoon about how I'll get you your seeds. What's up, Rose? Good morning. Cheers, everybody. So yeah, the grow along, the idea is it's not a contest, it's a grow along, not a grow off, just for fun. It's a plant that I had so much fun growing because it is so beautiful. It's the Chinese 5-color pepper plant, and I just thought it'd be really cool to grow along together. It brought me so much joy, and it'd be fun to see how the plant does, you know, outdoors in a container, in soil, versus, you know, deep water culture, which, Neil, you're doing deep water culture. Are you doing indoor or outdoor? Because Bernie is doing outdoor deep water culture. So that's going to be cool to see the difference if you're doing yours indoor. I've got one in the buckets. I'm going to do one outside. I don't know how MK's doing hers. Probably outside, indoor. All right, that's going to be cool. We're going to have I'm indoor, you're indoor. We got Chris. I don't know what Chris is doing. I sent him an email this morning to ask him. Who else do we got? Yamaseta, I'm going to get you some seeds. What are you growing? Indoor, outdoor? What are you doing for the Chinese 5-color? So yeah, it's going to be fun. What up, Wickershire? Good morning. I mean, I've already started my seeds. Bernie already has his plant going. You guys saw on After Dark. So if you guys, you know, if you guys have your seeds, yes, Mia, I will get you, we'll get you some seeds. If you guys already have seeds, go ahead and pop them. There's like, start as soon as possible because I'm late to the party. So, so that's the Chinese 5-color pepper grow off. If you enter, if you tell me that you're interested, there's spicy peppers, yes. However, they're gorgeous. And after, I'm going to show you guys how to make the chili oil, which is not super spicy. It's going to be really, 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 really fun. We're going to make it together. And yeah, because if I could sell it to you guys, I would. But to sell to the US is difficult, to sell food items. So until I figure that out, why not make it together? You guys can make it yourselves. If you don't, you know, like hot peppers, it's a great way to use them to kind of dilute that heat so that you can enjoy them. So that's the grow along. If you enter, it counts as an entry toward a giveaway. The giveaway will be selected at random amongst the people that have registered for the grow along. So it's just like a fun incentive because the more the merrier, right? So if any of you guys right now know that you want to join, let me know. Send me an email or a DM on Instagram or Discord, or an email at natalie@thefreshprincess.ca. And yeah, just let me know you want to join, how you're going to grow it, and if you have seeds or if you need help getting seeds, and we'll figure it out. What up, Freaky Nugs? Good to see you. So that was the grow along, creating the channel. I got that off my list this morning, so I can get that off that to-do list. Still got to order the strawberry roots. And then as for today's to-do, so this morning I woke up early and I planted my dahlia tubers. They've already started to sprout. So it won't take too long. It did take me longer than expected because I had to break up the soil and really, you know, it got clumpy. So I just got in there with my hands and just worked it in for a while until I felt like it was, you know, nice and fluffy. What up, Dan? I am also from Ontario, Canada, so neighbor, good to see you. What's up, Grumpy Bulldog? Good morning. Good to see you. Cheers. So that is the dahlias. I'm going to take you guys on a tent tour in a sec, and you're going to see why, but we need to increase the nutrients in our buckets. Things are going crazy. We got flowers already on the tomatoes. So today's to do, we're doing the refresh. We skipped it on Saturday because I was busy in the garden, and today we are going to empty the system, add fresh water and fresh nutrients. So I've been making water all morning, and we are going to give them one feeding of mild veg, because I've been giving them just between seedling and mild veg. I've been giving them 2.5 mils per gallon of the 3-part nutrients, equal parts. And so I'm going to, what's up, Hash? Good afternoon. I'm going to give them 5 mils per gallon. And then, I'll do that one time, and then we'll see how the others react, like the younger plants. If they're doing okay and they seem to take off from that little increase, then I'm going to give them half the recommended amount, like just a top up, half the recommended amount of transition to bloom. I'm gonna like navigate this gently, because some of them could use the support of transition to bloom already, but then I still have the younger guys, right? So it's like, you know, what do I do? Do I start moving things around and, you know, move all my seedlings together? Because I could do that too. That is an option, right? I mean, I can't really move the cucumber right now. No, we're gonna leave things where they're at. We're just gonna do the best we can. So today's to do. Gather all my seeds for the after dark grow along, but that'll be last on the list. So first on the list is drain both systems. Well, we're going to do one system at a time. Drain both systems, because one time something came up and I couldn't finish, and thank God I didn't drain the other system because I didn't have enough water to, anyways, I know I made enough water. I had to make, I don't think I'm going to fill each system with 15 gallons, because if I'm going to top up in a couple days with new nutrients, I think I'll do maybe like 12 to 13 gallons. I'm going to see. But I made 30 gallons of water, so I've got more than enough to go. What up, Pitts Place? I don't know if I already said hi. And what up, Bernie? Good to see you. Blue Nose Grows. Taz. I don't know, man. Sometimes I forget who I said good morning to. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. Cheers, everybody. So yeah, we got the dahlia tubers planted, so that's off the list. So yeah, the drain systems, new water / newts. Got to try to find my 4-gallon pots for my pot. And what up, Bernie? Did I say good morning? I don't even know if I said good morning. I'm sorry. I'm like all over the place today. Good morning. If she says hi to you more than once, it just means you're special. Yeah, exactly. Wickershire, good morning. Semper, good morning. Good to see you guys. 19 today. Nice. All right, find pots for the pot, right? Because we got to do the 4-gallon pots. We're going to set up our roller hooks for that side, because then once I lower the lights, I won't really be able to access properly with the ladder. So I'd like to get the roller hooks installed. Man, I get spam calls all the time. Oh, and good news. I formatted my SD card for my my camera. So I moved the camera, and because the Sun Gold cherry tomato is doing so well, I set up a time lapse. So it's a 1 week time lapse, because it's only an 8 gig memory card, so I don't know how much it'll hold. We're gonna see if it does 1 week. So I set up a 1 week time lapse of the Sun Gold cherry tomato. We're gonna do a tent tour in just a sec. Roller hooks for after dark, and then lower lights for after dark. And what else do I have to do? Yeah, we got the time lapse cam. Can't wait. Sipping coffee in 90 degrees feels so good. That's when the iced coffee comes in, Semper. Harvested some more lettuce last night. Oh, and I have to mix newts for the tower, but I won't have enough water for that, so I'm going to have to make water right after this and continue to mix nutrients, or continue to make water this afternoon and then mix nutrients this evening when I come back into the grow tent. All right, so we're going to drain the systems. We're going to add fresh water and nutrients. We're going to get our pot set up for after dark. We're going to set up our roller hooks for after dark. I got my seeds in here ready. I got to bring in the sprout thing and the flexi germ because we're going to use both, and lower the lights because tomorrow we pop our seeds for after dark. So that's just a reminder. We're going live tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern time, because we're starting the after dark grow, which is going to be awesome. I'm so excited. And I'm not going to lie, because the buckets are so dialed in, I'm very tempted to get an after dark plant in the buckets. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a tent tour. Everything looks amazing. Everything looks amazing. So, starting with the seedlings, the basil's coming along. I added it into the seedling tray with some paper towel that came from the, some of them made it, some of them didn't. We got cilantro there. We got basil. I didn't want to rip the roots, so I just ripped the paper towel. So that's a bunch of basil, different varieties. We got cinnamon basil, Thai basil, and cilantro. These are my mocha swirl seeds germinating. And then these are all the seeds we started the other day. Lettuce, parsley. The lettuce is already sprouting. So usually the lettuce takes like 24 hours to start sprouting. We got to moisten that. It's going to get dry. So that's for the outdoor grow tower. The parsley's for both of the indoor grow towers. I'll show you guys everything here in a minute. We're going to move on to the towers and then we'll talk about the buckets. Grow towers look awesome. I've been harvesting the outer leaves every day and eating them. I had an awesome salad yesterday, and yeah, the way they're continuing to grow is great. They're growing like actual heads of romaine, which is really, really exciting. I've never had romaine grow properly in the grow tower before, so that is very, very cool. I also harvested some pak choy, whatever you want to call it, last night. See, some of the leaves have a little bit of spotting. I don't know if that's just because they like the nutrients. But yeah, for the most part, it looks good. But some of the older leaves, we've got like, I just clean it up every day. For the most part, it looks good. And it tastes amazing. I had a whole salad last night, like a huge salad. And then after, I was working in the grow tent last night and I just kept eating more lettuce because it's just so good. I can't stop. I'm addicted now. I also harvested some pak choy last night and just threw it in my salad as well. I also did a taste test, you know, orange tower versus green tower. I mean, they both taste great. They taste the same. Orange tower looking beautiful. The only thing I noticed that's different about the orange tower is like the leaves are much larger, and I think that's because I did more consistent but less nutrients versus doing too much and then stopping and just giving water. So you can see here the core of the lettuce is more, it's thicker, it's crunchier. But yeah, this is some crunchy lettuce, and I did a test. I I harvested the lettuce and then I left it overnight in the fridge and then I had it for dinner the next day. In the past when I've done that, it's soft because I wasn't giving it proper nutrients. It would wilt very quickly. It wouldn't hold its structure, and now it was so crunchy. It stayed really well, like it held really well. I just put it in a Tupperware in a glass container with a damp piece of paper towel over top. What's up, Berry Berry? Good morning. The pak choi is so good, but it's very powerful in flavor. I did not cook it. I just picked 2 leaves and I had it just chopped up raw in my salad, and it was freaking great. Got some dill. The dill, once it starts, the orange tower is much better. Yeah, it's because like I said, I consistently continue to give it nutrients, whereas this one I gave it too much and I was like, whoa, and then I just added water, whereas this one I learned from that one and I just did slower, more gradual, and I never stopped giving nutrients, and then just recently I added just with water. But yeah, it's much, and it's crunchier, right? Like you can see these leaves compared to, like, I mean, these still look good too, but it's just thinner. It's not as crispy, you know? And then like some of them you have, you know, this on the edge. It's just on the edge. I still eat it. I don't care. It tastes great to me. But yeah, some of them look better than others, you know? Some of them look awesome, but we just gave it nutrients the other day. What's the difference between the 2 towers? The date that the age of the plants. This tower is 2 weeks older. These plants were started 2 weeks before these plants. Which is crazy, right? Because look at the difference. Like these, I mean, I know I've been harvesting from the green tower, so it's looking a little different, but you can really tell the difference. Even in the pak choi, right? I've shown you guys. So although we have, you know, it's a little bit darker green here, look at the base of the plant, right? Look at that size versus this. Look at this. It's much, much bigger. That's what she said, right? Like, look at that versus that. And these are 2 weeks older, right? So big difference. But it's cool being able to have the side by side and see the difference. You know. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna start new microgreens soon. I want to make sure that I get my refresh done and nutrients on track before I start anything else, you know. We're going low and slow with this grow. I've never grown celery, but I have seeds. So these are the buckets. Everything looks better today. 2 days ago, June 1st, we increased the nutrients. Today we're going to increase again, and in 2 days we're going to increase again. Or not on Friday, right? Today's Wednesday. So on Friday we're going to increase again. Yesterday we raised the lights and we set up the roller hooks. Sorry, just having some coffee. So yeah, I'll show you guys the tomatoes first because I'm excited about the tomatoes the most. So this one is kind of like curling a little bit. It could be just too much nutrients because I increased. So it could be, or it could be because I increased the lights. So this is the Cherry Blast F1 tomato. It is a cherry tomato determinate variety, and it is, it takes 45 days to full maturity, and it produces bright red cherry tomatoes, and apparently they're super sweet. So can't wait for those. This one is the same one. It's just a little bit behind, but same plant. We've got the Sun Gold cherry tomato, which is doing super well. This one was off to a rough start, but she's doing well. So what I'm thinking is like this growth stage right here, I've taken pictures and notes last night, but this growth stage right here is the appropriate growth stage for the nutrients that I've been giving. So the 2.5 mils per gallon of the 3 parts microgrow in the bloom is appropriate for this. And then, you know, maybe in a couple days, I should start to give a little bit of transition to bloom, because the next growth stage is this. And that's when you start to have like, it looks hungry. And because we have flowers. This is the other Sun Gold cherry tomato. It's a little bit more mature, and we already have flowers. So, oops, I accidentally turned my camera off. User error, sorry. So, Hash, if you're still here, yesterday you looks like those are going to need transition to bloom soon. I thought, like, did you see the flowers? Is that why you said that? Because I didn't see those until last night. I was looking at the plant and I'm like, holy crap, I can't believe it's already flowering. We got these plants in the buckets. So I started these seeds on May the 4th. Got the plants in the buckets on May the 16th. And today we're June 3rd and we have flowers. So almost a month. And so I'm going to take off these lower guys today. And then it's getting watered right now, so hang on. But now I understand what it meant when you guys were telling me to plant it straight, otherwise it'll grow sideways, because I get it now. This one's growing sideways. But yeah, nice happy roots. So that's the Sun Gold Cherry Tomato. On the Urban Gardener, when we were doing the green room, we talked to Craig LaFoulier. He's like a tomato expert. And he's tried over 4,000 different kinds of varieties of tomatoes. And he said that the Sun Gold Cherry Tomato is the top of his list. It's one of his favorites. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have to try that variety. So that's why I got that one, is because he said that it was his favorite. And then after I started talking about it, everyone was saying that they love that variety. So this is the Roma tomato. She is getting big. She's looking better. I gave it a little bit of a spray yesterday with Overgrow, like the Optic Foliar Overgrow, just because it's, you know, I know it needs more nutrients and I can't give it a lot right now. The plant is going to grow sideways. Just straight clay pots. Anyways, there isn't anything stabilizing the plant. Yeah. True. So yeah, she's going to be doing better today after I feed her. I think she's just hungry. She's getting big. I don't see any flowers yet. Oh, actually I do. Shit. This plant is flowering. Damn. I don't know if you guys can see, but we got some baby flowers in there. Wow. That's really fast. I don't know if that's fast, like 4 weeks. 4 weeks for flowers. And the roots look great. What's up, Nathan? So yeah, these are our tomatoes. Everything looks beautiful. So today we're going to empty these systems and add in fresh water and nutrients. This is the other system. Mia, I saw you say Katrina's out of control. Yes, she is. I keep training her down until I add a second roller hook. And she just keeps finding her way back up to the light, with obviously, you know, which makes sense. So I might take just like some fishing line and just kind of like tie it to the frame or something of the buckets, just to bring her back down to earth a little bit. Because she is, I mean, she's doing exceptionally well, but we got a lot of stuff going on here. So I might take off this leaf here. So we got to clean our cuke. But we got a lot of cucumbers growing, and we got flowers that look like they're finally going to open. Got cucumber. Your roots grow all the way around the pot, hers at one side. Yeah, it's because I put it sideways. But the cucumber is growing all the way around. Oh no, right, it's actually growing at one side, true. Yeah, I guess I have to center it more when I'm transplanting, or try to do a better job at that, because, yep. But yeah, I got cucumbers. I don't know, these are parthenocarpic varieties, so I don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to, you know, do they need bloom nutrients for the flowers to, like, do the flowers need to develop properly for the cucumber to develop? Like, is there still, you know, that, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll increase the nutrients little by little over the course of the week. and make my way to transition to bloom. I also have to turn these lights down for a minute. I'm going to turn them down while I do my stuff. Don't use fishing line, it will cut. Oh, true. Yes, I actually have butcher's twine that I use. I need to start bloom, I know, but then I got my Chinese 5 color. It's so baby. It was getting wet, so I just removed all the wet clay pebbles that were touching it, and now I'm trying to give it a minute. So I don't want to do too much. The eggplant. Yeah, true, Bernie. However, if your roots are growing all around the pot, it'll hold better, I'm sure. Mine are growing sideways. See? There's like nothing on this side, and then it's all growing out this side. This one specifically because I put it sideways. The eggplant is getting nice and big. And yeah, it looks good. Got my Marconi Rosso. I think it's just hungry. We've got like, I don't know, something's going on with the leaves. Could be the light. That could be from the clay pebbles. It was getting wet for a while. So I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe it's just hungry as well. That's the other Marconi Rosso pepper. Same one, getting the same nutrients. So I still see also a little bit of yellowing, but these are reserved for our mocha swirls. This is a jalapeno pepper plant. Looking all right. Looks like we got a new leaf unfurling. This is my poblano pepper plant. This one is probably the healthiest right now. I checked my pH last night. It was 5.9, which I'm happy with. ppm was like 300 though, which is too low. So yeah, that's my poblano. This is another poblano. It's just stunted. Sometimes peppers, I don't know, man. With me, peppers are like hit or miss. Sometimes I have a harder time than others. That's the other poblano pepper. Yeah, you guys like the camera and the new streaming device. It's temporary, but you can see the salt buildup on the clay pebbles. And then that's the Chinese 5 color. I think it was getting splashed with water because I had some algae growing on the pebbles, so I had to cover it up. And I don't want to touch that leaf right there that's dying. I'm just going to let it dry up. We got some new growth, and I removed all the clay pebbles that are touching it. So it should do better now. And then I topped the rest of the net pot with clay pebbles so that we don't get like any spraying or anything. So yeah, those are those. And yeah, that's it. So today we are working on refreshing these systems. There's a few steps involved, but pretty much I'm emptying. What's up, MK? Good morning. I'm going to be emptying my system. I'm going to be emptying the RIZZ, draining as much of each bucket as I can, filling it with fresh water and nutrients. I try to do that once a week, but I skipped. Saturdays are the day, but I skipped on Saturday because I had such a laborious, I don't know what you call it, laborious, I don't know what the word is. Anyways, whatever. I had a long weekend, and so, my goodness, this camera's so freaking clear, right? How's the stream quality today, you guys? I'm going to be asking every day for like a few days. Okay. So, yes, 2 nozzles per bucket. Actually, I got an email. Somebody sent me an email. They want, I'll be making a detailed video of the system. I have one, but it's not as detailed as it could be because I didn't know as much at that time. All right, so am I still over 70 degrees? I don't know, we're gonna check. I'm gonna drain, actually I'll check really quick right now before I start. Okay, so 63, hang on, I'm just gonna write this down. So the main res is 63. First bucket is 69. And the last bucket is 72.4 degrees. 72.4. So that is almost a 10-degree increase from the res, which is planned for colder. It's 63 degrees when our target is 68. But as long as it stays below 72, so 72.4 is too high. Thanks, Rain. Appreciate it. Can you increase sprayer frequency to help circulation? Yes. So that's what that's my next step. So I've already done it, but I'm gonna increase the frequency even more. So yeah. All right. So let me go get myself set up. I'm gonna need a few minutes. I got to get my buckets to drain the system. I got to wash this so that I can make fresh nutrients, and I have to bring the water in the grow tent. So today, like I'm going to be working now, so I'll be, back and forth engaging with the chat, but really I'll be focused on doing the refresh. But because I have my mic now, I can chat with you guys and work and talk. So I'm going to face you guys over here. I just don't have a tripod right now, so we're going to have to just manage as so. My plants are acting hungry, and I've lost so many plants already. Once the roots hit the water at the bottom, you can spray every 30 minutes for as long as it takes to exchange the water in the bucket. I think I'll have to spray more than every 30 minutes to force the water in the bottom of the bucket to drain, because that's the problem. The water spraying is cold. Like I feel it, like to the touch, it's definitely cold. But if I just rely on the water that's in the bottom of the bucket, the first, second, third, and fourth buckets are okay. The third bucket is when I'm 0.4 degrees too high, and I'm already on the high end. You know what I mean? So getting the system to circulate better will exchange that water, and maybe that'll just be enough to reduce it by the 0.4 degrees that I need. Read my question. Is it possible that companies change the concentration to where we should actually follow their instructions instead of half dosing or quarter dosing like we always did. I guess it depends on your method of growing, Rose, right? So I've noticed that when I have my stuff in the tray of water, like hydroponic style with the air stones, I can use more nutrients. I can use the full recommended amount per the instructions on the label. But then when I'm using my bucket systems, because their roots are getting hit directly with the concentrated nutrients, you don't want to overdo it. So that's why you use less than the recommended amount. But even when I'm watering, when I was doing my after dark plants in cocoa, I was using the full recommended amount. I mean, when I would start something or transition, I would go slower. What up, Germinator? About the water temperature, Hash? Because the water, I think the water temperature is too hot, but I think it'll be better. Before, when I had the system circulating more frequently and for longer, so I had it on like 10 seconds on, 20 seconds off, or no, 20 seconds on, 30 seconds off. The system was circulating so much that the water was so cold throughout. So maybe there's like a sweet spot where I'm not overheating my pump, because you don't want to run the pump for too long. It cannot, I thought it can run all day, but it can't. So cheers, everybody. Okay, I'm going to be gone for a few minutes. My microphone will be with me. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear me. I need to wash this, and I need to bring in the water and bring in my 5-gallon jugs so that I can begin draining. The zipper on my tent is still broken, so I'm going to do the magnet solution for now. But until then, I got to get up on the ladder. I don't want to... Dissolved oxygen lasts about 30 minutes in water. Oh, this is too much work for me. I'll stick to dirt. Let's See Buzz is back tonight. Yes, I heard. That's awesome. Manufacturer recommended for that pump is no more than 6 hours a day, right? She's going to have to watch her temps when doing that. When she gets all the lights cranked her flower, it's going to be hot in there. Yes. I know. That's the part where I don't know. Let's see. missing one of my lids now for the bottles. Oh, I gotta go get my buckets. I had an accident. I spilled water all over myself. What else is new, right? What else is new? But literally I got water all over my pants, so that's fun. Most methods over. If you spray too much, your roots are going to be shiny and slick. Oh, true. This is not the same as bubble. Yeah, I know, Bernie. I know that was part of your advice early on, was to insulate the buckets. I didn't do it. Someone look up. What? Who doesn't like sharing ideas? What's wrong with that? Who said that? Most methods will work. Some are better than others. Bernie, how should she insulate her bucket? Polystyrene boxes. I agree with the insulation. That's why I said to bury your bucket outdoors. Yeah, just like Bernie's doing with his outdoor deep water culture, right? So, yes, I'm aware that that was a recommendation that we talked about that not that I ignored, but I chose to, it's something I'm going to look into, just not this run. I figured, okay, let's see how the water chillers do. And while they're better, we're still not there, right? I wonder how it'll be when I raise the lights. You know, the more I raise the lights, will it help? I know the light is still going to be hot and stuff, but it won't be as close to the bucket. So, I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely a flaw in the system, that's for sure. We each find what works for us, different method. Yeah, exactly. How many of you have actually grown aeroponics? And I'm not talking about cloning, I'm talking about growing. I'm going to try deep water culture outside. Do it, Highlander. If you check out, the link is in the description below, but check out Wicked Gardens. That's Bernie's outdoor garden channel. He's working on an outdoor deep water culture for the grow along, actually. Chinese 5-color pepper. So, oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, I spilled water all over myself, but whatever, it'll dry as I'm working. So, I got my 5-gallon buckets. I'm going to start to drain the system. The res is over there. I'm going to shut the water chiller off and move it aside so I don't get a wetness done. My charger here. Alright, so turn the water chiller off, unplug the water chiller pump, and I'm going to move the water chiller aside. Away from where I'll be working. And then down here is where the water outlet is. So I'm going to just unplug it. I'm going to put it in this bucket here. I'm going to start to go in each bucket and take out the elbow so that the water can drain. What's up, Otai? Good morning. Sorry I missed you. Currently growing in aeroponics, but that's for the after dark. Oh, nice. All I'm saying is the last grow was known even though her res was cold, the buckets were not. Yes, you're right. If she put her buckets in a snug fitting thick polyurethane box, would that help? What's up, 906? Good morning. It's too much work to insulate 20 buckets that close together. What about insulating the inside? You can get all sizes of polystyrene boxes. Then it won't fit on the frame, Rose. It has to fit on the frame. The frame holds the channel. The buckets sit on the frame. And then at that point, I may as well just get a whole new system because, you know, you're totally right. I could use that to insulate it. It's just, then I'd have to redesign. Then I'm looking at redesigning the system. I'd rather play around with the circulation to see. I lost count at 200. I gave up. Luca is real. You get all sizes of polystyrene. I mean, I wonder if they have, but if it's too thin, and then I'd have to make holes for the lines. It feels like it'd be too complicated. I'd rather just grow in soil. I was like, I'd rather just do soil at that point. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys while that's kind of draining for a minute. So this is where I put the camera, right here, facing on the sun. So we'll watch it do its thing and see how it goes. Don't insult the inside. They make insulation strips that can be used to wrap pipe under a trailer. Wrap each bucket individually. Yeah, it will harbor bacteria. You have too much invested. Yeah, that's what I'm going to tweak along the way, but insulating certain parts, like even the top of the lid, could be, you know, a good tweak to make. Okay. Alright, so I took out all the elbows. That's going to drain, and I'm just going to run the system into the bucket. So I've turned the pump on. There has to be a way. I use soldering iron to make holes in polystyrene. I'll have to look. Yeah, it should have been done during the reset. I'm talking about next grow. We're gonna obviously, you know, accept things for the way they are for now. I'm just talking about improvements to make in the future. So yeah, I'm letting the water drain. The system is draining. Yeah, I'm just waiting, and then we'll, you know, just kind of tip each bucket and make sure all the water drains out. These are the elbows for the backfill buckets. I know, he grows so much loofah. The description to his channel is actually linked below, you guys. Yeah, so Terry, but you're right. I've seen a lot of people do it. What's his Keep on Growing. He creates like hydroponic grow towers and all kinds of stuff, and he just does basic new. He doesn't even use, I don't think, beneficials or anything, and his roots don't look bad. And he's, I think, in Florida, and he grows outdoor hydroponically. But he's not using black equipment. He doesn't bury, he doesn't do like deep water culture or anything. He doesn't bury his reservoirs. Oh, he does short term. Right. Because, yeah, he doesn't use any of that stuff. His stuff is so simple, and there's such an appeal to it because he doesn't overcomplicate it, you know. But I guess if you're doing shorter term, you know, we're, you know, planning for 5 months, 4 or 5 months, you know. He's planning maybe for just grow it till harvest and then you're done and that's it. Okay. I hand pollinated my second round of zucchini last night. Wow, nice Rose. Bounce chicka wow wow. Just kidding. He's been at it for over a decade. Yes. All right. 5-gallon bucket's almost full. I'm gonna get the second one. We should probably have like 12 gallons of water total right now in this bucket. I added 15 and yeah. Had a little bit of a leak too earlier on in the week. So lots of water. Whoa. Oh my god. Thank God the camera's not facing right now. You guys, oh my god. I just did the stupidest, most embarrassing move. Oh my god. I almost wiped out. You know, I said I was going to do one system at a time, but I think it's more efficient if I just do both at the same time. What's up, Habitual? Good morning. Sorry if I missed anybody in the chat. What's up, Food Forest? Oh, congrats. Wow, 1,500 garlic. It's amazing. Sorry if I missed anybody. We are currently draining the system. We're going to fill it with fresh water and nutrients. I'm going to put the elbows back in. I'm actually going to set up my actual phone. Get some content going here. Oh, and I found the lid. Air bottle. Cool. Can you guys hear me when I go outside the tent, by the way? I'll make sure I don't throw up any F-bombs. What's up, 89? 2 more elbows. I'm going to drain second system. What's up, Grumpy? Bike ride. Nice. Cheers, everybody. What up, Fabian? Good to see you. Todd, this is a grow tent. Uh-oh, we got Thrip in the house. I gotta figure out some type of tripod, you guys. I don't know. Maybe if I do, I'll borrow my germinating seeds for a minute. See if I can put you guys a little higher. Nope, that doesn't work. Alright, never mind. Forget it. Forget it. How many hours of light do you give your indoor plants? Right now they get 16 hours of light. Alright, we're going to drain the second system. So I think I'm going to put you guys right here. So you can kind of just see what I'm doing. I'm going to unplug the water chiller or turn it off. Out of the way. Unplug the pump. Yes, I know my plants are drenched. Grab my gallon buckets. Take my elbows out. Not the kind of elbows you're thinking, so it's not bad. remnants of the regs. And then we're going to decide on a watering schedule. I'm going to change my watering schedule. I don't know what the best approach is. Just thinking about that. I'm also thinking about blend them. Catch up with you guys in a second. So now once I'm done this and I refresh the nutrients, I'm going to have to make some more water, and tonight I'm going to have to mix more nutrients for the grow towers. Tomorrow morning I'll have to mix nutrients for the yellow towers, so I may as well just make enough water for everything today, and then prepare for the after dark grow, get everything ready. So we have our work cut out for us today, and then I have to finish my series. I'm almost done. I just, I'm, like I said, editing jail, so two more episodes to go, and then I think I'm just going to put it up all in one shot, or maybe like, you know, every day of the week I'll put a new one up, just so you guys have something to, right, because it's a continuation, so I have to put it up all together. If I do once a week, people are going to forget what we talked about last week, or in the last part. But the idea was, in order for me not to fall behind or feel pressure, I just wanted to film it all, finish it all, edit it all, do my research, write my script, memorize my stuff, film it all, edit it all, and then be able to put it out to you guys. So it takes time though. Like this weekend, I was completely tied up with the outdoor garden. Every day, it's like every second of every day, I'm busy between the outdoor grow towers in March yet, but between the outdoor garden and filling the raised beds, and then, you know, the indoor garden now is starting to take off, and I'm really trying to be diligent and be, you know, very on top of things, and so it's a lot of work. I'm just nonstop working for a full-time job. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying, it just really keeps me busy, and so every time I'm like, all right, today's the day, I'm just gonna reserve the day for this, and then I come down here and I'm like, oh, we gotta set up roller hooks today, never mind. And you know, the plants, they don't wait for anybody, they just grow, right? So I can prolong things like I did in the past and say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, but the sooner you support your plants, the better they'll do, or the better they'll move through their growth stages. So that's what I'm trying to do, is like, be a good plant parent. Stay on top of it. Don't, you know, if they're hungry, feed the poor kids. Don't just let them starve. Also, for those of you watching, testing the new device, and, you know, on the new Wi-Fi, with the new microphone, how is the quality of the stream today? Is it smooth? Is it pixelated? Is it clear? Are we happy? Do we like it? Is it good? This system has more water in it because it's got less plants, and I also top it up with a little more. Catch up on some chat in there. She just wants us to appreciate the mic more. No. Oh my gosh, that'd be so funny. No, it's paired. I just paired I just paired it before going on the live, so it should be good. All good. Some plants grow faster when you give them something to grow up. Yes. What up, Chilling with David? The video was good, but your lapel mic is not working. What do you all have planted outside so far? All my dahlia tubers. I was going to answer him before you deleted him. Who deleted what? Cheers to you, being chat. I can't stay long though. I'm doing some detailing for a room decor project. What's up, Riz? Good to see you. I'll have to look into that. Marmite, I'm using the 3-part nutrients from General Hydroponics, the Flora series. Yeah, part 4 was deleted. Yeah. I'm just now that I have my device, I'm just gonna start chatting in the chat too with you guys. I feel like I'm missing out. Those Costco buckets make me want a hot dog from there. Honestly, Costco hot dogs are the best. And they're $1.25 with a drink. Where else are you gonna find a hot dog and a drink for $1.25? You know what I mean? So yeah, I can either make that or watching me over there. I know, they kept their prices. That's the best part. That's the best part. Oh. Hey, what the heck? You know, sometimes I accidentally scroll down to the next live stream. Are we frozen? Looks like it froze for like a second. Yeah, I think I'll go and grow along. I think I could spot to grow those flat color in my garden. Nice! Do you have seeds, Riz? Is your mic paired to that phone? No. Oh, you know what? All right, Riz, you're in the grow along. We're gonna have it's a worldwide grow along, international. Sorry if I missed anybody in the chat, you guys. I'm all over the place today. What time is it anyways? 1:30. We really gotta get this done. I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna empty. Put you guys back up here for a minute while I go empty my buckets. Spillage, not that big of a deal. Good morning, everybody. Sorry if I'm not engaging with the chat. Where am I dumping the nutrients? Down the drain. I have a drain right outside the grow tent that just goes out to the sewage. So I just dump it down the drain. Is that bad? I am not going outside, no. I used to do that, but now the whole thing that I had to clear up behind the tent was like a pipe. It has to do with the drain here, so now it's not obstructed. I can use the drain. She's dumping it down the drain. She's creating algae blooms. What, down the drain? What do you mean? There's no light down the drain. I don't know. Where else am I supposed to put it? It's the same drain if I were to put it down the sink, put it down the toilet. It's just a drain. Where else am I supposed to? I'm not going to put it outside. I'm not going to go in and out. The days that I work in the outdoor garden, eutrophication. We're going to Google that. Hang on. What? So is that bad? The raised beds, but with synthetic nutrients? But then I have to go outside all the time, and I can't do that. I don't have, unless, what am I going to get, like 25-gallon jugs to keep, I used to dump it on the grass, but the problem is I still need the bucket. I'm not done with it yet, and I don't have enough buckets. I only have 3 5-gallon buckets, and it's not enough to drain the system. Sometimes I need more, right? So that would mean going back and forth, and I'm not doing that. So my stupid state just passed a bill allowing fireworks to be sold year-round, and you can light them in the city in your own yard. What? That's stupid. Do you have another 5-gallon? I have a third, but I would need a fourth. So yeah, I could get another 5-gallon bucket. You station your buckets by your door and then take them out when you go outside. Right, but if I only have 3 buckets and I have 4 buckets worth of water, right, I got to dump one and bring it back in here, and I can't do that. So that would mean I need to procure another one. What up, Pappy? Good to see you. So that's the only thing. Anyways, all right, let's continue because I have to get a move on here. So now I'm going to add water back into the systems. Last time I added 15 gallons of water. I think I'm going to add 12 gallons this time because I'm going to top up. Dilute it if it goes in your garden beds. Okay. So yeah, I'll have to get another. So that's what I do. I usually leave my buckets by the door, and then when I go outside, I do that. But the thing is, I haven't even been using the door outside because it's right outside the grow tent. And I'm so paranoid that I don't even want to use that. When I work in the backyard, I use the front door, and I walk around the house if I have to. You know, I really try to avoid opening any access to outside from the basement as possible. Like, I'm so paranoid. I'm so freaking paranoid. Okay, so I'm going to do 12 gallons. If you're $30,000 in debt, what's $10 more for a couple more buckets? Right. The more buckets is the solution. I've already agreed to that. All right, so we've drained the systems. Cross that off the list. New water and nutrients. What are we going to do? Today is bugs come in through windows too. Oh, trust me, I know. I've been spraying my windows when I do my IPM. All right, let me take a picture of this because I got to wipe it down. Any window has to be sprayed. I'm spraying everything. We're not effing around anymore. I'm extremely, extremely paranoid. I'm checking my leaves every single day. I'm doing my IPM on extra days, like the days where the door where I take Scarlet out is open a second too long. I'm spraying extra. They'll come in on your clothes faster they come in through the door. That is why I never enter with my clothes. If I'm outside with my clothes on, I literally go straight through the garage right to the laundry room, and they go right in the wash. I don't go anywhere else in the house. Like, I'm so nervous that, you know, a thrip will fall off my shirt onto the rug, and then when I walk by again with my clean tent clothes, it's going to jump back on me from the rug onto my clothes and then in the tent. I freak out. So I'm so paranoid. I've never had more laundry in my life. At nighttime, they will find light leaks. I know. That's why I got to do the magnets and shit for my zipper until I get that fixed. Bugs can come in through a window, unit, air conditioner. Well, thank God I don't have one of those. They can come in through anything. They can literally come in through anything. You know, I got Scarlet brings in bugs probably every freaking day. So now, you know, that's why I'm always late for my live, because I'm ready by 12. But because I just took her outside, now it's a whole thing, you know. When I take her outside, it's like I put my hair up, I have a sweater on with a hood on. I look like a crazy person. And then, you know, I come inside and then I lint roll that, and then it goes like into the wash. I'm insane, you guys. I have so much laundry. I have so much freaking laundry now. Correction, the thrips would fly. It's not just gonna fall on the ground. Actually, they hitch a ride. They can't fly very far. They can't fly far at all. Like, yeah. So I feel like there's no way it's gonna fly from, you know, my living room all the way down to the basement in here. It'll hitch a ride on my clothes and then fly into the grow tent. Okay. Buckets. I think I'm going to add in, yeah, just a little bit. Exactly. They can hitchhike on pets. That's why it's like I love Scarlet, but sometimes, you know, Scarlet, I can't hold you today, or I can't cuddle you today because I was just making a joke about the bug falling on the ground. I know you're joking. But some people, yeah, anyways, whatever. Buckets. I'm going to add in 12 gallons of water, and 10 gallons, 11 gallons fills the system. I might have to add a little more than 12. We'll do 15 like last time. And then if I have to top up, I'll just top up in addition to that. They're getting bigger, so maybe they'll drink more anyways. So 15 gallons of water. And I'm doing full recommended amount of CalMag and the full recommended amount of mild veg, which is 1 teaspoon per gallon of everything. That's what I'm doing. Equal parts of everything. We're going to see how that does. Even though I have things that need transition to bloom, because I also have seedlings that aren't even ready yet, that are still very much not even in veg growth yet. They're still seedling. The buckets right now are getting 2.5 mils per gallon of 2.5 mils per gallon of the 3-part nutrients. So today I'm just going to up it and give them more. I've been doubling it every 2 days. So Saturday, I topped it up with 1.25 mils per gallon. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, we topped it up with 2.5 mils per gallon, and the plants are responding well. And mild bloom is better for tomatoes. Even the seedlings hash. So I can do mild bloom for these tomatoes because they're ready. What is that? Oh, a piece of lint. Oh my God, I just freaked out. I saw something falling on the ground. So yeah, these guys could go for bloom. I'm just more trying to, so this one can handle it. I'm concerned about this one. Can that handle mild bloom? That's my concern. I mean, why would I sacrifice the 3 of those plants just for that one, right? If this one can take it, majority rules, right? Wasn't that the thing in school? Majority rules? Oh, it really hurts. My arm hurts. All right, so for bucket 1, pepper buckets. Excuse me. Pepper and cube buckets. Whoa. We're doing 15 gallons of water. And we're going to do 5 mils per gallon of everything. So CalMag, micro, low, and bloom. That's for the pepper buckets. And the cucumber. And we'll have to deal. And then I'll transition to bloom over the next 3-4 days. I don't know, man. I think I inhaled like perlite or mild bloom with PK booster is better ratio than full bloom with general hydro. It's closer to tomato ratio. What is a PK booster and where do you get that? Like, do you just add? You mean the mild bloom, your PK is boosted and that's the PK booster? Or you mean in addition to mild bloom, get a PK booster that you can add as well? Kind of a greenhouse. It's a grow tent, indoor grow tent. Okay, so pepper and cube, 5 mils per gallon of everything. We're doing 15 gallons of water, so 75 mils of everything. Perlite has a type of glass. Highly recommend wearing a mask if you're yeah, like now I'm just I don't know, man. So yeah, I can definitely do like transition to bloom. I just don't know. I'm gonna Google it. You might not be ready for mild bloom with PK booster. It's more advanced. Well, how else am I gonna learn? Specialized flowering fertilizer. Supplement heavily concentrated with phosphorus and potassium, designed to be added to a base nutrient line during a plant's bloom phase. It triggers larger flower sites, increases final fruit weight, and enhances plant immunity. So they are typically introduced middle to late stages of flowering. That's what Google AI says. So I don't know if it's too early. Because PK boosters are highly concentrated, less is more. Over-fertilizing can lock out other vital nutrients like calcium, magnesium, or ruin the flavor of the final product. Yeah, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe it's a little too soon. I just know that the ones that are being recommended to me are like, they look like organic options, right? So for a visual breakdown of the chemical differences between standard plant food and bloom boosters, as well as instructions on when to apply them, and then it's got a YouTube link to a video explaining it, but for cannabis. So anyways, I don't know. Let's just, maybe let me feed the first buckets first, then I'll make a decision for the second buckets. Okay. I'm gonna do 75 mils of everything. Where's my extra cup? Hang on. If I were doing general hydro, I would do 6.5 mil micro and grow 9.5 bloom. But won't that be too much for the baby seedlings? I feel like, I don't know if they'll be able to handle it. Okay, I'm gonna measure out my nutrients now. I'm gonna add in some water. I can't, Blue Nose. They all share a res, right? So what applies to one applies to everything. What's up, Steve? Good to see you. Okay, 15 gallons. I'll take a 5-gallon water bottle for the other buckets, so I'll just use these. I don't have enough water storage vessels. I got 5 here. 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 So 15 gallons. Are the numbers after the N, the P, and the K, I guess the ppm? But I keep the same ratio all the way through. Is that just specifically for tomatoes, or do you do that for your other plant? Do you have other plants, or do you just grow tomatoes and lettuce and mushrooms? Oh, before I do anything, I grab the pump filter for the water chiller. Just wipe it, it's dirty. Instead of changing ratios, I changed the strength, quarter or half or full. Interesting. Why? Like, why is it different than other plants? Is it just the way tomatoes are and what they and their needs, I guess? Something for me to Google. So yeah, for those of you that just joined, refreshing the buckets. This is taking way longer than expected. I have to finish this by 2:30. Now we're sharing ideas and no one wants to share. Yeah, what the heck? No one's sharing. Come on, guys, let's go. I think less mathing. No, the mathing is, it's not math, it's just ppm, right? Parts per million. So because I have a ppm meter, I can do that. Like, that's not difficult to achieve, right? You just pour until you reach your desired ppm and mix. What's up, Sled Bros? Good to see you. So yeah, it's achievable. Sorry, working. What are we talking about? We're just talking about nutrients that's going to support my tomatoes, because that there's a reason why we put tomatoes in their own separate buckets, right? Because they have their own requirements. So we're just talking about the nutrients. All right, put my filter back on. So I got 1 gallon poured. Alright, let's keep going. I'm gonna go through all these bottles. So in this bucket system, I'm gonna just do mild veg, full amount of mild veg. And then over the course of the week, I'll assess. The cucumber is really the only one that's flowering. Everything else isn't ready yet. So it's just gonna be like a little bit of a watch and act as things happen. As for the swirl peppers, we'll have to raise them in a seedling tray for the time being. We're in the grow tower now to give enough light. You can raise them in the grow tower and then get them into the buckets because they'll be at a completely different growth stage. They won't be able to keep up with what we're doing. So I have to factor that in as well. Started a little late because it was unexpected. Oh yeah, you guys probably can't hear me, right? You guys hear me? Should be filming these. I count 15 gallons of what? Sky overhead. We were waiting for you, man. I need my counter. What's up? Good to see you. Plant my tomatoes and hope for the best. Usually works out. Nice, Bernie. Bernie, if you want your tomatoes to be as good as your cannabis, then you have to care for them just as much. Look at nutrient blend for tomatoes and fruiting plants instead of cannabis like Master Blend. Yes, I will. I will absolutely. Because I was just getting comfortable with the free part, I'm making excuses. I'm just too lazy for more change. This is enough change for me for now. Next run will implement more change. Change can be challenging, and I made a lot of changes this run, and so there's always opportunity for more, and we're going to get there. We're going to pace ourselves. But yes, there are nutrients that are designed for what I'm growing. I'm using nutrients that are designed for cannabis. It's not meant for what I'm doing. It'll work, and it'll support the plants, but there are things that are made for that. spa right now with like jets and shit because of the air starts. Do I have more water? I've got one more jug. That was empty. What did I miss? University of Florida discovered that tomato like more nitrogen in the end. If she mounted the phone sideways, would it give us a full screen? I won't say it. She does upright for her shorts, content to recycle the footage. The plants are getting a lot more nitrogen than is thought when you have calcium nitrate. Plus you're giving nitrates and nitrogen from the fruits. Galaxy, she makes me turn my monitor vertical. Oh my gosh, sorry you guys. You won't say what? Put your feet in it. I won't say to Galaxy if she mounts her phone, we won't be able to see anything. True. Probably a good reason not to mount my phone like that. Maybe the views will go up. So we got 15 gallons of water in the res. Nobody's gonna block you, Hash. It looks like a freaking whirlpool, doesn't it? So we got a lot of bubbles, and now we're gonna fill it with nutrients. We got 15 gallons of water in there. Let's mix some newts. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the chat. I'm just as lost. Okay, so CalMag, 75 mils. All right. Oh yeah, you guys, we got to work on our hash pro too. Hash pro 5000. All right, let me. Oh, we lost connection. Are we still there? Are we good? It shows that I lost connection for a minute. Can you guys hear and see me? Everybody? Anybody? Is anybody out there? Hello? I'm gonna go buy more CalMag. Yeah, I don't know. On mine end, it showed that I was reconnecting. Oh my god, I gotta buy more CalMag. Shit, yo. I'll order some. Oh, damn it. I hate it when this stupid syringe. We're running low. 75 mils right there. Oh. And where's my measuring spoon? Oh, right here. PK booster would only be recommended for people using cannabis newts for tomatoes to fix the ratio. I would never recommend PK booster for any other reason. Thanks, Ash. Who's getting the shot? Yeah, big syringe. I only have 3 of these measuring glasses. I just wanted to see how they were going to work. So. All right, so we're going to let that sit for a minute. Measure out all our other stuff. So I'm doing 75 mils for all 3 of them. Just gotta wipe them because I washed them. Alexa, what time is it? 2:09. Shit, we gotta hustle. Okay. I got a series to edit, you know? Ooh. Got a lot of work to do today. 75 mils. Scarlett eats before the live now. That way I don't have to worry, and I don't have to. If I have to rush off now, it's just because I have things I have to prioritize my time or manage my time. But Scarlett, I feed her beforehand so that I can focus on what I need to in the grow tent, and I don't have to break up my work, because if I do that, then I'm constantly changing my clothes because I got to tend to her, then go back to the tent, and it's like I can never just work on a project and finish it. I always got to stop, and then it's like a whole thing. You got to shower, laundry. Okay, now let's decide what we're doing for the tomato buckets. I'm going to do 15 gallons of water as well, but for the tomato buckets, let me wipe this. All right, so I'm just gonna, the rest of my to-do is after dark stuff. So I'm just gonna erase that off of my board. And bucket number 2, tomatoes. What am I doing for the tomatoes? I gotta make a decision. I think I'll give them half the recommended amount of transition to bloom, just to play it safe. I'm going to give half the recommended amount of CalMag and half the recommended amount of transition to bloom, which is, okay, hang on. So this is mild veg, and then tomato buckets, half some nutrient lines are designed to get better results with their PK boosters. Good nutrients have everything in them. What up, Stoner Dude? Good to see you. If all the nudes are available, the plant is going to take what it needs and leave the rest. All right, good to know. All right, we're going to give half CalMag and half transition to bloom. So where is my calculator? So 2.5 mils per gallon of CalMag, which is 2. And then the ratio for transition to bloom is what? It's the same. Oh, I thought transition to bloom. Okay, I thought transition to bloom had more bloom in it for some reason. It's just more of everything. It's all about the money. Yeah, Bernie, facts. Hash, I actually have the 3-point calibration powders. I'm going to calibrate my pH meter properly. Nice. Awesome, Rose. Okay, so we'll give them more, but I'm going to do it gradually. So I'm going to do the same thing then that I did for the other buckets then, because there's no sense in doing half the recommended amount of CalMag. Like if I'm doing, so the interesting part is half of the recommended amount of transition to bloom, which is what I was going to do anyways, is the full recommended amount of mild veg. So I'm just going to do mild veg and the full recommended amount of CalMag. So yeah, 75 mils of everything. So same thing. I'm still here. Habitual. I've been putting together to-do lists every day, and all the work that I need to get done in the garden during the day gets done on the live, because otherwise I don't have any other time in the grow tent. So like we actually do, we go through a to-do list now. We actually have work to do. So I'm going to do 75 mils of everything. 75, 75, 75, 75. So that's half the recommended amount of transition to bloom. Okay, now I'm going to pour in the rest of my stuff. I've got equal parts of everything. I've got my micro, my grow, and my bloom. We're going to toss it in the RIZZ. We're going to mix, mix, mix. And then while that settles and sits so that we can pH and balance, we're going to start to fill the second bucket system. Too busy doing calculator shit on my phone. All right. Okay, now we're gonna fill the other buckets and do the same thing. Just need to bring in my third jug of water since I found my third lid. I'm just gonna put guys, oops. Have a great day, Bernie. Thanks for hanging out. I always recommend 2 point for hydroponics. Okay. Okay, let me get my other water. I'm gonna do this other bucket system and finish up for the day. Okay. All right, let's go. Let me reconnect this here. Let's see. Out. Water out. And 15 gallons. Let's go. Can everybody see and hear me, by the way? Just making sure we're still good. Yes and yes. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, we got our water in there. Let's get our CalMag. I gotta get my CalMag ordered. I gotta add that to my to-do list. Has anyone ever tried using a different brand of CalMag with a different brand of nutrients? like different brand of nutrients from CalMag. Anybody? 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 How are your arms? Are they less oh yeah, I'm fine now. I'm still like a little sore, but I mean, isn't that like, I feel like I'm sore every day. It's just, I'm always sore. When am I not sore, man, honestly? Come on. Oh my god, I hope I can order it in time. Because I'm gonna need more very soon, and I ain't going to a grow shop, man. F that. I can just order it online. All right, 75 mils of CalMag. Here we go. Okay, now we've got to add in our other stuffs, and then we're good. Got to order my CalMag. You know what? Let me just check it out really quick here. Because now it's like I get preoccupied with things, and once something's in my head, they don't have the 4-gallon bottles. Oh, yes, they do. Oh shit, they don't deliver it to me. Damn. Guess I'll just have to order it from somewhere else. So I can get a 2.5 gallon bottle. So this is 1 gallon. Maybe I should buy the 2.5 gallon bottle. But who else can I blame? All right, I'm gonna add this to my cart because I'm gonna be using it anyway, so I may as well. It's expensive though, but it's probably cheaper than at a grow store. Let's see, Aussie Hydroponics. Let's see how much he's got it for there. Because if there's any shop I'm going to support, it's his. What up, Wandering Repairman? Good to see you. Let me just check out the website quick. $4-liter, $76 for 4 liters, $350 for 23 liters. But how many? I'm just trying to see what's a cheaper price. Alexa, how many liters is 2.5 gallons?
2.5 gallons.
9? 9 liters. So $227 for 9 liters, or $350 for 23 liters. It's cheaper to buy it on Amazon. Right? Hang on. 350 divided by 23 is 1521 versus 227 divided by 9.45. Oh shit, it's more expensive on Amazon than in the store. The unit cost, wow. All right. And then there's shipping because it's coming from the States. So I'm going to have to go to a grow shop. I'm going to be in that area on Saturday, so I'll go there on Saturday. All right, I did the CalMag. Now let's measure out everything else. Wait to decide. Jeez, I'm right after that. See if it ships. Um, 75 mils of everything. Stupid micro bottle makes such a freaking mess. Making sure to not mix up my cups, right? Because I don't want to mix concentrated amounts. Oops. No, we're good, we're good. 75. Botanicare. What, Botanicare CalMag? Isn't it the same? Aren't they owned by Jennifer? Aren't they all owned by the same company? Or Botanicare owns Jennifer? I don't know. If they're the same company. It depends on actually to surprise the unexpected. Or unsuspected. Alright, I'm gonna pour that. And then we're going to pH everything. All right, we're going into the micro. We're going to pH the other buckets, make sure we're on track, and then we can start up the system and then pH again in a bit. I do it twice because once the system circulates, it's going to change. Just trying to keep that in mind. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I know my mic probably isn't working. I have to figure that out too. Always something to figure out with the when you watch After Dark, it's still daylight at my house. I always say good morning when you guys are in the afternoon. Okay, so you are on the West Coast. That means somewhere on the West Coast. Hawaii, maybe. I don't know where, like I know Hawaii. I don't know where Hawaii is in relation to East or West. Connecticut? Isn't that like the Midwest? Isn't that central? Like, sorry guys. And sorry, Poblano. Poblano took the hit for that one. Don't forget about mountain time. What's mountain time? Is that like Alberta time? So it's not West Coast, West Coast. It's like 2 hours behind instead of 3 hours behind. So are you in like Montana? Is that Montana? No, I don't freaking know, man. Are you allowed to grow cannabis where you're at? Okay, we're 5.2 pH. So at this point, I don't know what to do. Should I add a little bit of pH up just to get it to 5.8? I think I'm going to. Just a little bit. I'm going to add just a little bit. Just a little squirt of pH up because we're too low. And I also did different pH. Just like start off with like 1 minute or 10, not 10, well, sure. I'm gonna do like 1.5 mils. Just a little bit. You can add more if you have to. I don't even like ranch dressing. Hash is in Alaska with me. Yeah. Oh my god. I don't think you'd be able to grow tomatoes if you were in Alaska. Outdoors at least. Alright, we'll give that a few minutes. We'll probably have to do the same thing with the other buckets. Oh my god, this is taking too long and I gotta go. I got so much stuff to do. And I'm hungry. You can go get a piece of lettuce. Be right back. This is the closest to TFP in the kitchen we're gonna get. I'm snacking while I'm eating because I'm so hungry. And Mia, to think you would have blocked him. I'm just kidding. Oh my god, my salad is so good. Alright. Are you near a large body of water? Are you trying to figure out if he's like in California or something? Well, if he's mountain time, he can only be... Where did I just go get the lettuce from? Well, I have my own... Is that where the aliens live? In, I don't know. I don't know if you're talking to me. Yeah, I got lettuce growing right across from me. I guess I have poor connection right here. So it's internet, not only the device, but internet as well. All right, I added my pH up. I'm checking my pH now. All right, I gotta add another 1.5 mils to bring it up a couple more notches. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. And hopefully that'll bring us back up to 5.8. That went over my head, yeah. Whoops. Okay. Mia, it has nothing to do with that, right? If you Google Mylar and the way it intercepts 5G or internet connection, then it's just the environment. Nothing. You can be as tech savvy as you want. Certain things will interfere with the internet. Okay. We're at 5.7. I'm happy with that. I'm going to let it circulate, and I'm going to check the pH again in a little bit. We're going to move on to the next bucket now. I'm going to turn the system on. Yeah. Make sure everything's tightened. And now each bucket is going to fill up. We're going to let it circulate. I'm going to do the other side quick, and then I'm going to go. I got stuff to do. That took way too long. But yeah, whoever asked where I got the lettuce from, that's where I got the lettuce from. What up, Bill? I'm assuming this res is going to be the exact same because I added the exact same mix. So we're 850 ppm. There's an extender in the tent. There's been an extender in the tent since I started doing these lives. I have an access point with my own Wi-Fi network in the grow tent. So it's not that the Wi-Fi can't reach here. Right from the router, whatever it's called, I've got the Ethernet cable or whatever, or network cable connected to an access point, and it goes right into the grow tent. Okay, I need pH up. So this is just the general hydroponics pH up, adding the same amount that I did on the other side because the pH is the same thing. I'm going to mix that up and just let it sit for a second. And then I'll check again, and then I'll run the system, and then I'm going to let you guys go. And then this evening, I come back into the grow tent every night at around 9-10 o'clock, and I just do some additional work for about an hour. So I have like my 2 hours in the afternoon that I spend in here, and then an additional 1.5 hours in the evening. So in the evening is when I'm going to prepare my after dark setup because I've got some editing to finish this afternoon. So yeah. TFPAD tomorrow night. We're popping seeds. We are completing the rest of this row. It's the missing piece to the grow. I've got the setup right behind me. But yeah, I got to get my clip fans. I got to get the lights lowered. I got to do a spectral reading. I got to set up my roller hooks. We got to get everything ready because I'm not doing anything once the plants are in. I don't want to touch anything or whatever. So everything has to be set up beforehand. You know, like in cooking, mise en place, everything is in its place before you get started. And that's always the approach I'm going to try to take now. Oh shit, that's why. I'm like, what is going on? Why is it? I always do that. I accidentally lock my pH pen and then I forget to unlock it. All right, we're 5.6. I'm going to let it circulate And then in another 10 minutes, I'll check it. And if I need to add a little bit more, just a couple drops as it's circulating, I'll do that. All right, we're going to make sure we are hooked back up properly. I'm going to turn the system back on. Are you going to pop After Dark seeds tomorrow? Yeah, we are. We're starting the After Dark grow tomorrow. Tomorrow is the start of the grow along. So we're doing Bingus's Platinum Asset and Cav's Gypsy Grape, Cav's Blueberry, and Deep Chunk crossed with Gary Payton, or Gary Payton crossed with Deep Chunk. Yeah, so I'm excited. It's going to be awesome. So now everything is circulating. We've got our pH in order for now. I'm going to check in a few again to make sure we're good. Everything's kind of a little droopy. The water's been off for a little bit. You can see our pepper's sad. That could also be because I turned the lights off. Anyway, so yeah, guys, that's it for today. I took quite a bit of time. Also, I'm so freaking hungry, and just this lettuce is like... Anyways, all right, guys. That's it for today. I could not grow fish in here now. But yes, it's... Well, the towers are technically hydroponic, I guess. Aeroponic. I don't even know at this point. It's something. Anyways, guys. Everyone... have a wonderful rest of your day. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, we got a regular live. And then tomorrow night, we got the Fresh Princess After Dark. Bernie and I are popping our seeds. Don't forget to come hang out. It's the last installment of beginning the new grow. So it's going to be fun. You're not going to want to miss it. I'll schedule it tonight. And for those of you joining the grow along, don't forget to let me know that you want to join, and I'll provide more information within the next 24 hours when I get my life organized. Yeah, they're going to be so happy, J-Man. I can't wait to see the results. So tomorrow, tent tour. It's going to be fun. Come hang out. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And I really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Sending you all positive vibes. Peace.